Sean, you about to hear the vocals. I'm tired. You feel like I'm ride wave in the crib. Wanna hear the vocals? I'm here, son. All right. Now we gotta take you to the chorus to hear, son. I can't. I ain't have my tea and my lemon today. Ready? I'm running the Jordan and it's bad news. They call and it's bad news. Why I gotta be bad news? How many it's on and then it tag too. I know when it's over and then bread. I got to keep my family fed. Every time I listen to the song, get me in my feelings, get me in my bag. I tell you running, nigga. I tell you running, nigga. They done it down back. The girl done with the things, then they spend some time. Now it's been some time, like now what I'm trying to get what's mine. I be thugging to the end of time. Ready, Sean? Hey, don't steal it, don't sing to your girl. When the game in my tombstone, when they bury me by the river, when they carry me. Finally, I've been resting in peace. Finally, I gonna fly away somewhere someday. All right, now we can cut it, cause I think Sean's still in my moves. You can cut it, cause I think Sean's still in my move. But we back at it for another week. This is the Blonde But Now C Show. I am your boy, FOBC Note, the Hood Ray Charles, Blonde Poppy and You Nasty. Oh, I'm also Blonde Lightning too. But first, before we get into the episode, I got a couple of shout outs. I want to shout out definitely the producer, Jordan, for definitely making magic happen every week at WTF Media Studio. I want to thank the bro, Shauno. Definitely FOB Shauno at that, because the FOB movement, we only just getting bigger. I want to thank, Blonde Poppy got booked for a festival July 24th as a guest speaker for mental health. You know, it is Minority Mental Health Month awareness, so we definitely going to touch on that. Blonde Poppy definitely going to show up and show out, you know. If you got a bag, you could definitely hit me up. Blonde Poppy is there. What else? We going to shout out. Oh, Blonde Poppy book bag drive. If you want to donate food, you can. If you want to donate money, you can cash at me, $ Black C Notes. You can take, like I said, I put my number out there. You can text me 347-653-0076. Don't think you just gonna be prank calling me, because that's the party phone, so it doesn't matter. What else we got? Oh, the city's back open. Thirsty Thursdays, each and every Thursdays. 2724 Atlantic Avenue. Blonde Poppy will be hosting it every week. More coming up, so stay tuned to that. But I'm sitting up there, I'm supposed to have a guest today, but somebody hit me like, yo, it's mental health, and I feel like you go through a lot of mental health. So dedicate this month to you and people that can relate to you. And I said, then I throw it back like, Blonde Lightning gonna do it. So today we're gonna close our eyes. We're gonna walk down this path. We ain't gonna bump over we ain't gonna hit no walls. We ain't gonna flip over no furniture. We ain't gonna knock no TV down. And I'm definitely not tripping over no love shit. That's a whole different story. And I'm gonna let Blonde Lightning take the wheel. This is my new alter ego inside of me. So we're gonna talk about first season. You already know everything I went through. If you don't, you could go back into it. And while you on YouTube, you could like, comment, subscribe to it. So I was going through a little depression. I was pushing people away. I didn't want to beat people away because I had this whole thing of abandonment issues. I didn't want nobody to abandon me. I didn't want to put my all into somebody and they snatch it away from me. And then it's like, I'm back to square one. What I'm going to do now? So I pushed the people away before they pushed me away. I kept them to a distance. Mad people like, oh, why you moving like that? Why you so mean? And it wasn't like I wanted to be mean. It's a simple fact. I could not cause you to fuck me over and hurt me to a point I'm back at square one trying to build myself up. So I put my bulletproof vest on and I walked alone. I stayed in, I'm like, the way I looked at things is like, if I'm in the dark, stop trying to enter my world. Enjoy your light. But we gonna open our eyes. That was just a little taste of it. It's like, you know, licking your hand and putting it into the pot. Know what I mean? With that spaghetti and all that. But we gonna touch more. The reason why I came in with that Ride Wave song, because every time I listen to that song, it pulls little pieces of my soul out of me when I listen to that. Like, just the words of tombstone when they bury me, by the river they gonna carry me. Finally, I've been resting in peace. Finally. I take those words and it's like, I'm at peace. I'm resting in peace. I'm not dead, but I'm at peace with myself. Some people need that person to hold hands to feel like at peace. I was one of those niggas that felt that way. Now, I'm at peace now. I sit in the room, I put my headphones on, and as the music flow through my ears and through my body, I realize I'm not alone. Like what Michael Jackson said, you are not alone. I am here with you. I ain't over there snapping, Sean. No, they trying to get me in my bag, but I fucked up a lot of relationships by pushing them away. I never gave them a chance to enter my world, maybe because I felt like my world was so hard that I felt like if you enter this, you would not look at me the same way, you not view me the same way, you may not love me the same way. And I felt like I let a couple of people into my world and they didn't move right when they left out of that shit. It's so many excuses. And I sat there, I need a shirt that says scared of the dark, because a lot of people are scared to enter my world. They scared to enter that dark. And I'm like, yo, love me the same way you used to love me before the eyes went dark. But a lot of people can't keep it real. It's just like, I would rather a person tell me I can't because the dark, I'm scared of the dark. Then I say, I could, let me tell you, love me from the outside, just turn the lights on. A lot of people can't do what I do every week. A lot of people can't live the life I live. Like if you home, I told this to a friend. I said, yo, you can't judge the process of me growing from being depressed. And they wonder why they can't, of all the things I did, why they can't hold me accountable for that. I was trying to find myself. I was still trying to be that same C note, and I knew I wasn't. So I said, let me put you to a test, and if you home, you could do the same thing. Close your eyes. I said, matter of fact, get something to blindfold yourself, because you could always open your eyes if they close. You could cheat and everything else. Blindfold yourself and move through the house. See how long you can last. Cook food for your kids. Let's see how long you can last. Try to be independent. Try to dress yourself. I bet you'd be taking that shit off in a heartbeat, and you wouldn't want it into my world. So don't judge me for me being me. It took a progress, you know. I went from Christopher. I went from C-Note to when I got shot to Christopher. Then I went from trying to find myself. We went from Jungle Diva C-Note. We went from Porno Star C-Note. This all the stuff I was just looking for, thinking that it was going to take me out of my pain. Then it went from FOB C-Note, being loved in a club. Then it went from coming here to be Blind Poppy in a podcast. Now it's coming from the Hood Ray Charles, because I love women and I'm not going to stop loving women, to Blind Lightning. And every time you hear Blind Lightning, you're going to hear that thunder, because I am a superhero. Lee, then you come holler at me. Daredevil is all out the way. Blind Lightning is here to stay. But it's just like, a lot of people never understood me, and it's like, don't judge me. Like, mental health is something real. I suffer with PTSD. I suffer with depression. I suffer with anxiety. And you will never know, because it's like, you can act a certain way to a person and then start moving different. And a person like me, I see everything. Even though I can't see, I see when you moving funny. I see when you acting different. It's like, don't act different to me. It's like, adjust to the new me. Don't try to change me to being that same person I was before. Because if you ask me, I'm better. I got better. I look better. I breathe better. I walk better. It was God making me better. So why you tripping over the old me? I think you need to go through the phase of trying to be better. And then I sit and say, I'm the voice of the disabled. This being disabled doesn't mean you have to be blind or in the wheelchair or autistic or any type of way like that. It's people that's walking this earth that disabled. Some people don't know what real love is. That's disabled. Some people are fuck people over that's really there for them. That's disabled. Some people just don't have the passion and motivation to get up and do something different than what they did yesterday. You disabled. Like, and the crazy thing about it is, for 30 years, it's like I had my mother motivate me, push me to see the light for myself. And I found myself motivating her. My mother called me and like, yo, she want to start this business. Like, she good with crafting. A1. And she calls me and like, she's scared. And I sat there, I'm like, scared of what? She's scared to fail. Fail about what though? What if it don't work? What if all this work I'm putting in, people don't accept it and love it? And I told her about you being scared and not trying that makes you disabled. That's a mental health for being scared, because your anxiety, feeling like people going to dislike what you putting out. When really you got to be confident in yourself. And it's like, if you trip and you fall, it don't mean you failed. That means you got to sit down and come up with a different game plan to come back and execute that same idea with just a different way. And I feel like I'm the voice of that. Everything I do, it go golden. No project of mine is failing, because before I do it, I used to go through that stage of doubting myself. This shit is not going to work. I felt like everything I touch was just going to be broken. So I pushed the females away. I pushed friends away, because I was like, I didn't want to touch them and bless them with my love. And then it shatters. Now I'm left without nothing. Whole time, like this whole mental health shit, like don't get it twisted. People feel mental health is a bad thing. Sometimes it could be a good thing. My PTSD got me here today. My anxiety got me here today. It was times I used to just lay in the bed and it was like, it was nothing I was eager about. Now I'd be like, oh shit, podcast coming up. What I'm going to talk about today? Who I'm going to have on today? Like, different things touch me in different ways. And it's like, and then coming here, it made me feel like this is my purpose. WTF Media made me feel like home. Eden, starting off with Eden, first season, made me feel comfortable talking into a mic and a camera. Because where I'm from, that's an informant. That's a snitch. You talking to who or what? A mic and a camera? Like, people will look at you like you crazy. Then going to Dave, like, yo, it takes a lot for you to do that, because I'd rather stay behind the scenes and punch the keys and all that. Now meeting Jordan, it's like, Jordan, matter of fact, have you ever been through something you felt for a minute that, like, you was going through mental health at a point in your life?
I do. I feel like there was a point where I was in a relationship that wasn't very healthy. It wasn't physically healthy, mentally, anything like that. And I felt like because of what was being projected onto me, I viewed myself that way. Got into a dark place, stopped being creative, started to put myself down a little bit, because, with love, everything's, in rose-colored glasses.
And you felt like it disabled you.
Yeah, I felt like I was starting to believe the negative things that were being thrown at me. And so, I don't know, it had an impact, and it took a lot to leave and let go. But once I did, there was a drastic change.
The sun shined on you.
Yeah, it did. And
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and I learned a lot from it. I don't regret it. Everything that came with it, but
it just made you better. Cause look at you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Here with Blind Poppy at WTF.
Hell
look at
yeah.
that. I mean, I went through something similar when I even had girls told me nobody wants you because you blind. Put me down every way they could. And it's like, damn, it's like when you thought you was trying to uplift me, you really was putting me down. But you know what I say to that now? What's love got to do? Got to do with it. What's love? So they don't know, man. Like I said, Def Jam, Sony Records, whatever. If y'all want me to do an album, whatever, tell your people get with my peoples. And we got an album coming up, Blind Poppy. Now, I mean, featuring, got some features. We're going to have Jordan up there featuring. Cause at the end of the day, that same guy that she was talking about, look at her now. Look at her now. Hey, she getting paper. But we gonna transition to that. We gonna go into the Dr. Light moments. Times when I was in, if you new to the episode, Dr. Light is where I was once in the dark and it took me some time, but I finally seen the light. So a Dr. Light moment, what I can say a Dr. Light moment. Dating, matter of fact, we gonna take it to the dating. It was hard for me to be myself when I was dating. I felt people looked at me in a different way, looked at me strange. Like they talked about me. And I'm gonna tell this story too, and I hope you watching it because you know, if it's you, you know who I'm talking about. One time I went on this date. So she asked me out. She drove, okay, cool. SSI hit, it's the first. We gonna eat good, you feel me, Sean? So I took her to BBQs, Texas style, whatever the case may be. And then it came down to, she asking me what happened to me. I'm explaining it to her, whatever the case may be. She's like, oh, okay. She said, give me a minute. I'm going to run to the ladies' room. I said, okay, cool. No problem. I'm here. I'm macking. I'm chilling. And I knew her before I got shot. You feel me, guy? So I sat there. I said, oh, my God. I know she still got the bubble on her back and all that. You feel me? I'm waiting. I'm like, damn. Shorty taking a shit. That's in my mind. You feel me? Our drinks came and everything. Word. So I'm sitting up there. I'm like, damn, what's taking us so long? So one of the waiters came. He like, yo, homie. Yo, shorty you was with, she coming back? I'm like, she went to the bathroom. He like, nah, she went out. I said, she went out? Yeah, she left out the door. So my mom like, this, man, listen, cover your kids' ears. I said, this bitch, I'm gonna keep it real. I was so mad. I'm like, you know what? He said, yo, you want me to cancel the food? I'm like, yeah, cancel that, bro. I ain't gonna say have dinner with 2 plates by myself, gang. He like, all right. I drunk my drink. He said, yo, you don't gotta worry about that drink. You want me to walk you to the front? I said, yeah. Call my people. They came and got me. It's so bad. The homie's like, yo, what's her Instagram? What's her Facebook? Because I'm ready to roll over her face. And I'm like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. You know, because the light side of everything is, shorty hit me up and told me, yo, she proud of me. She glad of what I'm doing. And she trying to start a business. Can I help her? I said, yeah, this is what you got to do. You got to go fuck yourself. You feel me? And hopefully you will make it. Because the same nigga that you left in BBQs, look at me now. I'm booked for festivals. That's just the beginning of it. The voice of the disabled, coming when I'm doing my live shows, book bag drives. The world love me. And you trying to get your little bullshit ass business off the ground. Nobody don't want that bullshit ass hair that you selling, girl. But the light side of everything is, I'm a gentleman. You feel me? I'm a boss. I'm a gentleman. It's like, look what you did. Now you need me. And should I help you? Nah. Could I help you? Yeah. But what I know. So always remember, it's like, don't shit on the people that you feel that need you. Because when you pick me up, I walked to your car by just hearing your engine. I dressed myself before I came downstairs. You say you look good, you smell good. But just knowing that I'm not looking at you, that shit was real childish of you. And you know who you are. Grow up. Because you tripping over a nigga being blind, and I'm tripping over the millions of bags that I see coming my way. You got to catch up because I could have been blessing you with it. Too bad. But we going to transition, and it's like, send your questions to BBNIC podcast at gmail.com. You could DM me on BlindBNIC_. That's on Instagram. That's on Twitter. And I changed the name of the segment to, I got a question for you, Blind Poppy. And I just need a kiss, because I don't know, it's just like, Blind Poppy is a lot of people therapist. I motivates people. It's just love in the atmosphere. So a question is like, a person is dating somebody. They're not dating, they friends. But they having dreams of this person. Like, is it a mistake? Should they cross the line to do it? I look at it like this. I had a situation where my friend was somebody I was messing with, whatever the case may be. Times was good, but in the long run, if things don't go right, you have a process of losing two things, and that's a girl or a man and a friend. So do you want to take that risk? Is that something that you would want to do? How important is your friendship? How valuable is your friendship? Because y'all know each other very well. So you can't, if you think you're going to bust a sneaky link, she know you busting that sneaky link. He know you busting that sneaky link. That's your best friend. They know what you are capable of doing. So it's an up and down thing like a Libra. I'm like a Libra. I'm unbalanced. So the good thing is you know this person, you comfortable with this person, you may love this person. But then the bad thing is, what if the sex is not compatible? What if like crossing over to try to be a lover to this person is not, y'all not compatible? In a sense, well, like, what you think about that, Jordan?
I feel like it depends on, you know, what's important to you, what you're willing to put in, how much work you're trying to put in, the honesty and vulnerability to be like, okay, we're not compatible, but if we do X, Y, and Z, maybe we could be. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Let's discuss. What were you into? What did you not like? What do you want to try? You know, like, what are you absolutely not willing to try? And just try to work things out. And then I feel like if you can say that you put in an effort to try, you can never be like, what if? You know, like, maybe, you know, we tried, it didn't work out. But if you tried and you still not compatible, you may have to let that go.
But it's a big risk, too, because it's like, this is your friend. So you can lose your friend. Is that a risk that you would take?
I've tried it once, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it blew up in my face. Like,
y'all friends to today?
No, we're not.
I can't look at each other the same.
We tried it, and I feel like, because I'm the person, like, it takes a lot for me to cut you off. Like, I really don't like when people go ghost and stuff. Here. And he ghosted me. Like, he... At one point in time, you know, we were dating, and then I moved to New York, and he wanted to do long distance, and I'm not with that. Like, well, I did, funny enough, my next relationship was long distance, but at the time, that wasn't something I wanted to compromise on. Yeah. And so we started talking, and then, you know, I was just like, it started to fade because, you know, we're in different states now. And then when I told him that I didn't want to be long distance, he just like cut me off, and then he came back, and it just like, everything got hella complicated and hella compromised. Yeah, you know,
I feel like it could be a gift and a curse too.
Yeah,
because I did that with my best friend, and it was just like, it's horrible now.
Damn, for real.
To a point, it's like, yeah, she talks about the little things I did and all that, but I was trying to get myself back to who I am. I was finding myself. She was one of them people I can honestly say she was trying to enter the dark when I kept trying to keep her out the dark.
Yeah,
but it's to a point now, you're like, yo, let's go out to get something to eat. Let's just talk. I just need good vibes. I'm not trying to sleep with you. I'm not, and then she be like, no. And it's like, damn, we can't even go to the... I said, yo, can we even go to the corner store to get a beef patty? And she like, no. And it's like, now that I think about it, I'm like, was it worth losing somebody that I could always come to and talk to? Like, was it worth it? I'm like, it was good at the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it wasn't worth it. You feel me, Sean? Niggas can't even go back to the store to get a fucking bag of Funyuns and a Pepsi. We can't even walk to the corner store.
Damn.
But it's like, was it worth it? I'm like, it wasn't worth it. You feel me? I felt, I honestly can say I learned a lot from her. It grew me to be a better person. It grew me to love different. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I still don't love. I don't trust love. Hopefully one girl one day come and take that out of me and show Blind Poppy what love is really about, because I don't know if I'm loving the wrong people or what. It's just, I hear Tina Turner in the back of my head saying, what's love got to do with it? I hear Ike saying, sing that song, Tina. Sing it, anime. You feel me? I just don't know, but it's been fun this week. It's been real. I got Jordan on the mic, and I did it on purpose, too, because she was like, you know, the mic talking ain't really her, but it's only up from here. Like, we building. She part of the Blind Poppy progress and all that. Reality show coming soon. YouTube movie coming soon. OnlyFans. All right, that's a different story, but it's coming soon. You feel me, Sean? We doing $9.99 OnlyFans. Nah, we ain't gonna talk about that. That's a different story. We gonna keep it mental health. But until next week, Blind Stepper, Blind Poppy, FOBC Note, the Hood Ray Charles, Blind Lightning, and I like to know that the lightning is going off when I say Blind Lightning because I'm your kid's superhero. Definitely, and we gonna have footage and clippings of the festival to show how Blind Poppy came and talked to these people in the room. Matter of fact, another thing too that the people had me tripping over. I had a little altercation, not an altercation, but a little back and forth feud with a couple of my people, my friends, and they was like, "You are painted to be this way, so you got to stay in this lane, this avenue." And I say, "No, I'm not. I'm all over. No, people gonna look down on you, this, that." When I do this podcast, I'm not looking for people to look up to me. That's not my job. And if you home and your kids looking at this and they looking up to me, something is wrong. I went through my mistakes, whatever the case may be. I come on this couch every week and I'm telling you about my mistakes and how I made up for it. But for you to sit and say, I am your kid's superhero or I'm their role model, and they look at me and telling me that I can't do this, do that. No, I like to go to the strip clubs. I like to throw money. I like to slap ass. I like to have fun. I'm not catering to nobody. I'm not making nobody want Blind Poppy, no sponsorships, no nothing. Because at the end of the day, I can sit on this couch week by week and feel good about myself because I'm doing something. Because at the end of the day, when I go on YouTube, it's more subscribers, it's more views. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, it's more listens. At the end of the day, I'm not catering to nobody. So if you don't like what Blind Poppy say, you can just turn me off. And I told my mother, we not catering to one audience. I'm catering to the world. So if you turn on my episode one week and you see a stripper here telling you how she went through stripping to get to the ground, through the mud to get where she at, I'm gonna embrace that. Sex work, I do not care. I don't judge nobody. No judgment zone because I don't want nobody to judge me. And if you home judging, you're disabled and you're going to stay disabled. Turn the light on and hopefully you could, see the light that Blind Poppy see. But until next week, I just had to get that off my chest. Until next week, Blind Poppy just going to stay Blind Poppy. You dig me? And I'm out. Blind Stepper.